Hey y'all, what's going on? Hey y'all, I wish I had a southern accent. I think people with southern accent are some of the best content creators. So serious. I, I love to I love to hear people with a southern accent talk. I love to hear Deanna Irvin talk. Hey honey, child, honey. I wish I had a southern accent. I could talk with one, but it'd be fake. But I could talk with one. I could talk with an African accent too. But anyway, what's going on, y'all? What's popping? What's crack-a-lacking? Man, listen. I watched that the mixed mashup or whatever that they have of the show. Baby, I was cracking up. You hear me? I'm not lying. That little thing had me rolling. Let me tell you something. I really, to be honesty, I don't really know everybody. I don't really know everybody that's on there because, even though I gravitated to the B sector, I'm not a part of. Let me say, I must be a part of the B sector by association or something. I don't know because, let me tell you how I gravitated to this sector. And this is so crazy, but it's true. I gravitated to this sector by watching Maddie, T.S. Madison. Okay. So I was a part of the Maddie Mob with BBK, and I mean, it's a whole group of us. And baby, we would stay on live after the show. We knew, we were just on, we were true Maddie mobsters. You hear me? I mean, listen, listen, honey, we really enjoy. As a matter of fact, I was the one that came up with slinging lipstick in the comments because I came up with using a lipstick icon. And the group really liked it and they went for it and people been slinging lipstick ever since then. So, but when I tell you that being a part of the BBK Maddie Monsters that was with BBK or whatever, man, we were a real strong group. And Maddie would come in sometime and talk to us and everything. We had a ball. So anyway, what happened is after Maddie came in, you know how some of the recommended videos would pop up, and Jay Wilson popped up in one of the recommended videos. So I started watching Jay Wilson's um reaction to Maddie's show. And I gravitated over to this was before the Rider Lives came about. So when I came back and I was telling other people, some of the mobsters and all that about Jay Wilson, and everybody's, people start coming and start watching. And when I first started watching Jay Wilson, he only had a couple hundred people. After that, you know, um, his audience started growing like leaps and bounds and leaps and bounds. And then after that, I started hearing different people mention other content creators like Tim Blaine and um, Treasure Lane and Duchess Kelly Love and just other content creators that I learned from following from when I first heard of Jay Wilson. Like I said, at that time, Jay Wilson only had like a couple hundred people. And so I started watching different ones like that. And then the next thing you know, Tracy and Phi Babe and all of them, the group on Jay Wilson's began to become the Rider Lives. That's how the Rider Lives. And then so I started dropping in his chat capital L, capital R, capital O, capital L, and little Z in the chat to represent the acronym for Ryder Lives or whatever. And so, whatever. And we just stuck to that. So next thing you know, that's how I started getting into who the B sector was. Then I started hearing about this lady named VS. I think it was VS Conscious or something like that. And then I started hearing about Rita, and then the baddest roaster, and then I started hearing about like different ones, and that's how I end up, I guess, gravitating towards the beef sector at from initially starting to watch Jay Wilson. I start knowing about other, and I gravitated that well. But I myself am not a part of any sector. I'm just me, solo dolo, me. But I've gained a lot of friends as a result of watching some of the commentary or what have you in the B sector. But B sector content is not the only thing that I watch. I watch stuff on cooking, and a lot of my stuff is like religious based. Um, a lot of it is mukbangs, recipes, all healthy living, farming or planting, especially when I'm gardening or something like that. I'll watch the lead farmer and all that kind of and if you don't know about the lead farmer, and there's another one, I can't think her name right now, but I'll bring it back to you. But his name is the lead farmer. And this guy, I think he's in Florida. This guy grows everything. Like when I tell you, he has lemon, lime, everything out of pots. It is tremendous to watch his work. Not only that, he does honey, he has bees, he makes this I want to call it like a tea serum or something. I forget what he called it, but it's like he drinks it every day and it's made out of whatever, I don't know, herbs or whatever it is that he does. But it keeps him healthy, him and his wife, Miss Lee. And so like he has all his land and he really talks to people about empowering yourselves and um owning your own property and um planting your own growing your own food and all this, that, and the other. And the other lady that I was talking about, she gardens as well, but she also teaches you like how to do um I think it's like it would be like a 3 ingredient biscuit mix or a 3 ingredient cookie mix or something like that. And she's really good. I think I want to say her grandma or mama or something is in her name. I have to go um and do a little research and I'll be able to tell. But I like watching people like that as well. I like, of course, I like watching some of the news and entertainment channels and pages, Chronicle Speaks and Lovely Tea. I used to watch Tasha K. Um I'm gonna tell you, like, if it's a lot, I don't care what sector it's in, whether it's the B sector or entertainment sector, black sector, yellow, green, blue, whatever sector it's in, music, whatever. If it's a lot of mess going on, I don't, I fall back because like even with Jay Wilson, everybody does what they do and they're their own content creator and they have their own content and they do what they do and that's their business. I don't get into any of that. If it bothers me, I don't watch it. If it offends me, I don't watch it. If it's talking about people and this, that, and the third, and it's somebody, and I'm neutral to it, I ain't got a dog in a fight, I don't get involved. Period, point blank. I don't want nothing to do with nobody else's mess. It's just not me. But there's a few people that I don't care for, and I will speak on it. But I was, if I just say no, I just don't watch that person because I don't particularly care for them. But if I say something like that, you truly got to be a dogmatic individual or something. It's just got to be something that's our spirits just don't connect. Because I don't like people that are malicious and people that will maliciously hurt other people. And I know it ain't just about pure entertainments or something like that. But even at that, I don't have a dog in a fight and I won't get involved in it. If I say something about not caring for a person or not dealing with a person, something like that, if I don't care for them, I just don't go on that channel. Period and point blank. That's me. I don't go on that channel. It's certain content creators that they say, "Did you hear about this? Did you hear about that?" No, enlighten me because I don't watch them at all. I just don't. Um, I don't want to watch them because they don't interest me that way. And if they are messy like that, I just don't want to be bothered with it. Especially when when it goes down to doxing and all that kind of stuff. That's something that I've never agreed with. I think, for whatever reason that you feel that you are so involved in someone else's personal private life that you have to dig into it and then pull it up and post it for everybody to see. Mm, That's just a little too much for me. So I don't get involved in stuff like that either. I don't care about the doxing. I don't care about the I don't want to really know. I don't want to know nobody else's business. I'm not gonna lie, some of it is funny and entertaining sometimes. Um the gates, the popcorn gates and the Waffle House gates or whatever they call all of those kind of things. Some of the mashups and all that kind of stuff is kind of funny, and it is what it is. You laugh at it, you keep going, go about your business. But for the most part, to get deeply involved in something that can be detrimental to somebody's life, I don't want to be a part of anything like that. I don't want anybody to lose their jobs. I don't want anybody to lose their children or lose their marriage or to lose relationships or money or all that kind of stuff because of something that I did. I don't want it, or something that I had any part of. So, yeah, I just, watch from a distance. But I appreciate the content that everybody, listen, if it pays your bills and it don't bother your conscience, hey, go for it. Do you, boo? That's all I can say about it. But it just don't sit well with me. And that's just that. I'd rather come and bring something that would be informative, um, bring uh, an alert or enlighten you on a particular situation or some things that are going on, especially when it involves harming children, young adults, our people, anybody though, because I'm an advocate for people. Period. You don't just have to be black. You don't just have to be a woman. You don't just have to be a child. You can be anybody. I'm an advocate for people that were um, victimized, people who were um, punished for crimes that they did not commit, um, for people who lost loved ones senselessly, um, violence, gun violence, black on black crime, white on black crime, black on white crime, crime against the LGBT community, any of that. I'm an advocate for people, and that's just that. So, I find my way to love everybody through the mess. Now, the scripture says, if your brother smite you on your face, turn your other cheek. I turn my other cheek, but guess what? I'm not going to sit there with my face and allow you to continue to smite me because I'm made of flesh, Lord Jesus. Hallelujah. Because I am made of flesh and blood, at some point in time, that flesh is going to rise and I am going to swing it back with two hands. You hear me? I can only take so much because I'm still human. So I am not going to sit there with my face and allow you to slap my other cheek. I'm going to turn that cheek and walk away with it try to reason the situation, but baby, if it don't work, I'm done. I am through. I'm done. I don't trust everybody, but I give everybody a benefit of the doubt. That's just the way I'm supposed to be. I give you the benefit of the doubt, but I'm just not gonna be all out there. If I tell you any of my business, I can repeat it. That's how that goes. Any of my business that I put out there, I can prove it or repeat it. That's just the way that goes. But I don't want to get in nobody else's business because I got so much going on in my own personal life. I don't got the space to be overly indulged in somebody else's business. But and how if the ever, when I see these mashups and these videos, baby, that show thing had me cracking up, and I'm not gonna even lie. Now I can't tell you who lied, who tell the truth. I can't tell you what half of those people were. Honestly, I knew a few key faces. Like I think I knew Wiley, Jay Wilson, obviously, Sean Bradley, obviously, Tim Blank, obviously, Nicole, Tyler, Phi Babe, and I think really that's about as far as I can go as far as names and faces of the people. Now, if you say, "Oh, that was such and such," oh, okay, like the names I might recognize, but I can't put names with faces because I don't, you know, know. I just don't know. And sometimes some of the names on here are really close, and I it takes me a minute to, okay, wait a minute, that's not that one, that's this one, or something like that. I don't get the personalities confused. I might get the names confused or something like that. But in the meantime, to see them like Jay Wilson telling Tim to come on around this corner, come on around this corner. That kind of stuff is funny to see them go at it and knowing that both of them probably break a limb trying to swing on each other. So, um, yeah, that part that was kind of corny. And the other thing was just I found a cackle just seeing, um, I just seeing people, older people, mature, grown people come that far to hash out a beef with somebody they only met online. You know what I'm saying? Like my to me, it's like watching TV, right? And it's like watching a character on TV. So it's like when you come on here and you look and you see these people on here, you're thinking like, well, dang, it's like you watching a TV show and you don't take them for serious or anything because you feel like they playing a part on YouTube. So I don't really take a lot of that stuff seriously. I don't. So if somebody get on there and they roasting the game and they talking about you and they say this, that, or the third or whatever, I just, yeah, well, they just making a coin, as Jay Wilson say, they making a coin. They beefing for dollars or whatever they call it. Um, and that's the way I think of it. I don't think of it any other way. But when I see people really like ready to go to blows, I can't understand that. I can't understand all of that stuff. I can't understand the basketball wife beefs and the love and hip hop beefs and I can't understand that because I feel like there's so many other things that you can be concerned about rather than beefing with somebody you really don't know. Like making some money, like something, but I don't get it. It just bewilders me. Like I don't get it. Now, how can you be angry at somebody you never met? Like you can play anybody on TV. You can play anybody on YouTube. Most of the stuff that we see is skits. Like, so why take it seriously? I just don't understand how they really get angry like that. How you mad, man. And I mean they get so mad that they be like cussing each other out and this, that, and the third and blah blah blah. Now, I don't like disrespect. Like I don't want somebody just talking me all sideways and cussing me out, call me all kind of names, because that will piss me off. Especially if you don't know me, you just jump in my chat and start going off and cussing me out. This that, but it's an easy fix. Block. That's easy. Block. Block party. You're invited. A one-on-one invitation. Click. You're gone. And I don't have to worry about it no more. You know what I'm saying? I seen bots that was more friendly. Troll. But that's just the way that I feel. I don't feel bad. Just 1-800 block party. You feel me? So, but anyway, yeah. I enjoy all the other stuff. I enjoy all the other content. But man, that show thing, it was so funny. Um and like it was, I thought, I mean, I really would like to see the whole entire thing. But to be honest with, they could have made that work. If they really could have made that workout, that would have been hilarious. That could have been a hilarious uh reality show. Honest to God, he really could. Because some of these people on here are genuinely naturally entertaining. Some people are naturally funny. They are naturally entertaining. Like some of the stuff. Oh my God, the carpet on my walls. Oh my Lord, I got me a few cackles out of that. The popcorn bubble gut stuff thingy, that I got a cackle out there. Emmett Till, the library scene, which is in there, your show. Oh my God, I got a real, because I feel like what those books ever do to you, Wiley? What did Dr. Seuss ever do to you? You know what I'm saying? What did Emmett Till have to do, and Martin Luther King and all that? What did they have to do with you destroying Dr. Seuss and Sunny Day in the City and See Wiggles Run and Wiggles had a red ball? What does that have to do with anything? You done killed the little engine that could, over what? All that damage over those computers and what have you. What's it all for, Raleigh? What's it all for? But anyways, yeah, that whole hookup was funny, and I get a good cackle out of some of that stuff, and even just some of the stuff, the skits and stuff that Rita did and all that, and then you go back and you say, well, dang, some of these people, you're hearing about people calling CPS on folks and calling people jobs and calling the Army base or somebody's son's bases and all of the other things that are going on. And you're like, oh, this is too much for the kid. Why? What's it all for? For a click and a view? You can ruin someone's life over a click and a view, and then it becomes an issue over who can do it the best. I just don't want any parts of that kind of stuff, and I think we all can do better. I really do. But it is what it is, and if that's your boat, float it. Hey, you do what you do. Just leave me out of it. I don't want to be bothered with it, honey. I'm trying to stay on the even kill with everybody. You hear me? So I just want to jump in. I got a Zoom class in a couple of minutes, so I'm gonna grab me some coffee and get ready to go in this hour-long class on Zoom and mind my business. But I'm gonna be back a little later with a follow-up to the story that I was talking about the young baby Xavier who was murdered by his mother's 2-year-old boy. I think I said he was a year old, but he's two. And he was murdered by his mother's boyfriend. I have an update about that, and I'll be back with that after my class. I love you on purpose. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Don't forget to like the video, y'all. Like it. Like it, like it, like it. Oh, I meant to say, S. Hutchinson. S. Hutchinson is another one that I found on Maddie's page. Maddie loves her voice. That's how I found Miss at such and such. And it's quite a few ones. Miss Gina, Queen of Talk, Miss Gina. I found her actually. I found Miss Gina from a talk show thing. I think from watching some like talk shows and stuff, and her chat popped up. And because I didn't even know YouTube had live films and stuff at that time. So yeah. Anyway, that's just a few people. Other people will come to mind, shout you out, holla at you. Oh, and Larry Nelson. I learned about him watching Hater Maker videos, and his video about Andrew Caldwell popped up because there was another video about the Hater Maker did about Andrew Caldwell. And so Larry Wilson's video pop Larry Nelson's video popped up, and I ended up watching it, and that's how I learned about Larry Nelson. And somehow it's like everybody gravitated together when like, I guess the algorithms just brought everybody into this, pulled them all into this group of people, and boom, their birth exploded the beef sector. So that's how I came about it anyway. So there he is. I'll holler at y'all in a few later for now.